July has been a month of discrepancies for these two teams. For the YD Red Sox, they've won just once and have hit just 206 as a team in July. For the Wareham Gatemen, they've lost just once and are hitting 255 in July as a team. Since last we saw the Gatemen, each team has gone in opposite directions, and a new look lineup led by new Pac-12 slugger Chase Davis and returning all-star Owen Danie has the Gatemen playing their best baseball of the summer. It's the Red Sox and the Gatemen at Spillane Field coming up. And from the Raptor cage above the third base dugout, we welcome you to Spillane Field as the YD Red Sox visit the Wareham Gatemen. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez from our perch overlooking a gray stone dust infield. The second matchup between these two teams this season, and the same pitcher out there for the Red Sox, Jared Lyons, who gave up 4 runs in 3 1/3 last time out against the Gatemen, including a couple of home runs. His first outing this year in which he allowed runs. Carlo, what does he have to do differently this time around?
I think you need to control the walks. You look at the 2 previous outings. In 12 total innings, he allowed just 3 walks. In the 3 1/3 against Wareham at home, he had 3 walks. So limit that. And then also, as you mentioned in the open, you have to pitch more carefully. This is a Wareham team that has the top 2 home run hitters in the Pac-12. Owen Danie, who had a blistering start to the 2021 summer here at Wareham, doing the same thing again this summer. He already has a home run in his 2 games of action. So for Jared Lyons, you're going to have to pitch a little more careful to a Wareham team that scored 19 runs over their last 2 games.
The Red Sox will look to get the bats rolling themselves in the lineup that they will do so against Jack Sokol, the right-hander heading to the University of Pittsburgh, goes as follows. Luke Schliger will lead off and catch. Caden Connor plays first, bats second. Cole Carrick plays center field, bats third. He's been swinging the bat hot as of late. Mike Bovey cleans up back at third base. Jack Costello plays left field, bats fifth. Jordan Thompson will play second base and bats sixth. Drew Bowser, the designated hitter, bats seventh. Paz Ferreras bats eighth. He plays shortstop. And Homer Bush Jr. will bat ninth and play right field. And they will do so against the right-hander Jack Sokol, who will pitch for his 3rd school in 3 years this coming fall for the University of Pittsburgh. But before he heads off to Pitt, he's a Gateman. His first outing of the summer, the right-hander working from the first base side of the rubber, working out of the full windup. The first pitch to Luke Schliger is taking a called strike, 0-1, and we're underway here at Spillane Field at 6 p.m. on the dot. Working quickly, here's a 0-1, and it's rolled to the right side. Big hop for the first baseman, Roden. He goes to the bag in time, 1 away. Good chance to get you the defense for the Gatemen with 1 out here in the first. Peter Burns doing the catching behind the plate for Sokol. Alan Roden, the first baseman. Brian Padilla, the second baseman. Blake Wright plays short. Max Anderson plays third. Left to right in the outfield is Hogan Windish, Chase Davis, and Owen Danie. Sokol holding his tan leather glove out in front of his face as he takes his sign from Peter Burns before Caden Connor gets in the batter's box. His freshman year for Auburn in 2021 is the first pitch home to Connor, misses inside a fastball. Left Auburn, played at Pensacola State College, a JUCO in Florida this past season. 10 appearances, 9 of those starts. 1-0, taken at the knees, a strike. Home plate umpire Mike Rabideau calling the balls and strikes. James Byrne down the first baseline. Michael Farnan down the third baseline. 4.13 ERA this year in JUCO. 1-1 is fouled back. They count 1-2 on Caden Connor, an Ohio native from New Albany. Making his first appearance for the Gatemen this summer after pitching twice in the Prospect League. 1-2, fouled back again. Played for Chillicothe, the Chillicothe Paints in his home state of Ohio. 8 2/3 innings for them this summer, allowed just 2 runs.
You say the Paints?
The Paints, like painting. 1-2 again, missed away.
It's a new one.
I have to agree with you there, but these summer league team names, similar to minor league baseball, often get fairly creative with their monikers. 2-2. Tipped foul right in and out of the glove of Peter Burns, and Caden Connor working a nice turn at bat here. Caden went 0 for 2 off the bench yesterday in the tie against Harwich. hitting .257 on the summer. But his game against Wareham at home earlier this summer, as the 2-2 is popped up on the infield. The third baseman, Anderson, charges in and makes the catch for the second out. So Connor 0 for 1 after having 2 doubles his last time out against Wareham back on June the 30th when these two teams played last. He is set aside. And with 2 out, nobody on, Cole Carrig will be the hitter. Sokol will stay around the knees with the fastball, working in the low 90s with a slider and a change. First pitch to Cole Carrig. He squares to bunt and bunts it foul. 0-1 to Cole, who has picked things up as of late, hitting .435 over his last 4 games. Had 3 hits yesterday against Harwich, including a double, drove in a pair of runs. Up to 12 RBIs on the summer for the switch hitter who bats left. 0-1. Swinging a foul tip. The count quickly 0-2, and Sokol has come out throwing strikes in his Wareham debut. Cole up to .320 on the batting average. That's 5th on Cape Cod. Tied for first in the league in steals as well. 0-2 is roped towards center, falling fast, and caught on a dive by Davis. Chase Davis with a web gem to push us along to the bottom of the first here at Spillane Field. The Red Sox go 3 up, 3 down against Sokol. Gatemen coming to bat. Bottom first coming up. T-Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League and committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military veterans and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Bottom of the first, Red Sox and Gatemen squaring off here at Spillane Field as the Gatemen come to bat against Jared Lyons for the second time this summer, second time in a row for Jared Lyons. And the lineup that he will face is Chase Davis, the center fielder, bats in the first spot, followed by Hogan Windish, the left fielder, who bats second. Max Anderson bats third, plays third. Owen Diodati cleans up in right field. Ryan Campos is the DH. He bats fifth. Alan Roden plays first, bats sixth. Blake Wright bats seventh and plays shortstop. Brian Padilla bats eighth, plays second base. Peter Burns will catch and bat ninth against the right-hander out of George Mason heading to Virginia, Jared Lyons. Lyons had been the ace of this staff through about the first month of the season, but his last outing was his worst of the summer so far. Gave up his first runs all summer against these Gatemen, who put 4 up against him in 3 1/3 innings, including 2 homers. Chase Davis steps in, left-hand batter. First pitch from Lyons, a fastball called strike. Overall, the Lions' numbers are still good. 2-1 with a 1.96 ERA. 25 strikeouts in 18 1/3 innings. 0-1 to Davis. Swing and a miss. There's the curveball that has been so effective for Jared. He didn't really have the feel for it against the Gatemen in his last start. It was a bit of a muggy day, humid. Had trouble getting the feel for it. Infield shifts right on Davis, playing in his 4th game for the Gatemen. He's been excellent. 0-2, upstairs a fastball. Hitting .429 in those first 3 games. He was a Team USA invitee who joins the Gatemen after failing to make the final roster cut. 1-2. Bouncing ball on the infield. Bovee over in the shift on the right side of second. Juggles, throws, safe. Bovee was playing up the middle in the shift, charged in front of Jordan Thompson, the second baseman, on that high bouncer, lost the handle on it, recovered too late. And Davis is aboard. Leadoff base runner for the Gatemen, first base runner for either side. They will hang an error on Mike Bovee. And that's how the bottom of the first starts. Davis has been a revelation at the top of this Gatemen lineup, who look like a completely different offensive unit. It's the first pitch to Hogan Windish is a fastball strike, and it really started for the Gatemen last time these two teams squared off on July the 2nd at Red Wilson Field. The Gatemen hung up 11 runs, and they've been unstoppable offensively since. 0-1. Taken away, a fastball. 1-1. They've lost just once in July. They're 5-3-2 overall in their last 10 games, but they're just a game under 500 now. Have gotten their run differential to the positive side at +4. 1-1. Line towards left, heading fair into the corner. It'll go to the fence past Costello. Up to third goes Davis. He gets the stop sign. Into second with a double is Hogan Windish, and he continues to hit against Jared Lyons. Took him deep back on July 2nd. He doubles here, and it's second and third. Nobody out for the Gatemen here in the first inning. Get to the defense for the Red Sox. Luke Schliger is catching for the Sox. Caden Connor plays first. Jordan Thompson gets the start at second. Pass Ferreras plays short. Mike Bovee plays third. Left to right in the outfield, Jack Costello, Cole Carrig, and Homer Bush Jr. And Jared Lyons will have to work out of a first inning jam. A tough error, a double. First pitch home to Max Anderson is a called strike. Doesn't get any easier with Anderson. He is as hot as any hitter on Cape Cod. A 12-game hitting streak in which he's hitting .395 in that span. It's the longest hitting streak on Cape Cod this summer. He's got 3 doubles and a home run in that span as well. 0-1. Is lined the other way, past the diving Caden Connor and down the right field line. It'll score a pair. Stopping at first with a 2-run single is Max Anderson. And Jared Lyons' bugaboos against the Wareham Gatemen continue. Before an out is recorded in the bottom of the first, they lead 2-0.
We talked about it, the Wareham team that offensively has been the best on Cape as of late. 12 runs 2 days ago, 7 yesterday, already 2 on the board here today. An offense that has been electric, jumping all over Lions.
So Owen Diodati steps in, a returning all-star for the Gatemen. Left-hand hitter with a runner on first, no outs. 2 runs home. First pitch, fastball at the knees, strike 1. 2-0 lead for the Gatemen before an out is recorded in the first inning. And now a 13-game hitting streak for Max Anderson, who drives home a pair with an opposite field single. Infield playing straight up on Diodati. And in 0-1. Off the end of the bat, right to shortstop on a line. Jordan Thompson makes the catch, shifted over a tad. And that's the first out for Jared Lyons. Sets aside a hot hitter in Diodati, who came into this game hitting .462 in his first 4 games of the summer. But he's the first out here in the first. And Ryan Campos will take the swings with a runner on first and 1 out.
I'll be interested to see how this middle of the infield plays for YD. First time it's Ferreras and Thompson at short and second.
First pitch, missed up, a fastball.
And so with a runner at first, there is a chance for a double play against Campos. But these two have not had a whole lot of experience playing with each other.
An entirely new Keystone. Thompson's played mostly third and left, playing second today. One 0. At the knees, a strike. Pass Ferreras likewise has played mostly third and second, with Hunter Haas getting the lion's share of playing time at shortstop. But Haas getting the day, Ferreras getting reps at short, Thompson getting a chance to get some looks at second as well. In a 1-1. Lifted foul left side. The Red Sox are wearing their standard road reds with YD on the upper left chest in blue lettering outlined in white. The number on the lower right of the torso across diagonal from those YD letterings. Red hats as well. 1-2. Taken, curveball just low. And Campos works the count back even, 2-2 for the Gatemen. They're wearing their maroon home tops that say Gatemen in navy blue outlined in white across the chest. A quarter zip jersey essentially. 3 buttons down the top of the jersey. Doesn't go down all the way. 2-2. Taken in there. Strike 3 called. A curveball at the knees. Campos throws his hands up and gives a word to Mike Rabideau before heading back to the Gatemen dugout. Second out for Jared Lyons here in the first, his first strikeout.
Lyons now officially leads the Cape in strikeouts, with Kelly of Katuitt going home earlier last week.
That entire Katuitt team looks much different from the last time the Red Sox saw them. In preparation of the draft, they've lost a lot of talent. First pitch heads home to Alan Roden. It's a strike, a fastball. Another left-hand hitter, Roden, playing first today out of Creighton. 240 hitter without a home run, 5 RBIs in 50 at-bats across his 15 games. Went 1 for 3 against the Red Sox last time these two teams squared off. 0-1. Curveball sits a little high. 2 runs home in this opening bottom of the first against Jared Lyons. It happened before an out was recorded. An error on Mike Bovey, a double down the line for Hogan Windish, and a 2-run single by Max Anderson. 1-1. Curve in the dirt. Count 2-1 on Roden. It was the Big East co-player of the year for Creighton. Shared that honor with Luke Franzoni, who spent the first half of this summer with the Red Sox. Two-one. Upstairs, a fastball. They count 3-1 here at Spillane Field. First of 2 trips across the bridge for the Red Sox this summer. In the second of 4 total meetings between these two teams. Gatemen won the first one 11-3, leading 2-0 early in this game. 3-1, runner goes. Curveball missed low for ball 4. Throw down was in plenty of time, but it was superfluous because it was ball 4. The field umpire, Michael Farnan, called the runner out. Now walks away from the play with a smile on his face. It was ball 4. So Anderson forced up to second on a 2-out walk to Alan Roden. Brings up Blake Wright, shortstop batting right. Right out of Clemson. First pitch home to him is chopped towards short, fielded by Ferreras. Goes the short way for the force in time. Inning over. Couple of runs home for the Gatemen here in the bottom of the first as Max Anderson's 2-run single fires the opening salvo in this one. On to the second we go here at Spillane Field. Red Sox trying to get them back in a 2-0 game. Red Sox baseball brought to you by the Cape Cod Veterinary Specialists, who offer premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis. Learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. We enter the second inning. Mike Bovey coming to bat against Jack Sokol as the Red Sox trail the Gatemen 2-0 early in this game at Spillane Field. First pitch to Bovey, misses down and in, ball one. A Max Anderson 2-run single got the scoring started in the last frame for the Gatemen. Sokol working quickly. A 1-0 to Bovey is popped foul and out of play. Bovey didn't play yesterday. Well, that's not necessarily true. He didn't start yesterday against Harwich. He did get off the bench and take a walk. 1-1 to him is lined softly up the middle, fielded on the backhand Padilla. Long throw, and he got him. A nice play by Brian Padilla, the second baseman, who ranged up the middle, made a backhand stop, threw against his body, and gets Bovey on a close play at first. First base umpire James Byrne on top of that one. First out here in the second. And a couple of nice defensive plays already for the Gatemen in the field today. Here's Jack Costello. First pitch fastball, a strike. Of course, Cole Carrig was robbed on a diving play by the center fielder Chase Davis to end the first. And Bovey robbed there by Padilla to start the second. 0-1. Missed away. 1-1 on Costello. Jack comes in a .235 hitter, had a hit and 2 trips to the plate off the bench yesterday. 1-1. Taken, a strike. Another fastball. Gatemen do play good defense by fielding percentage. 1-2 is fouled back. They have the second best fielding percentage entering play today on Cape Cod. A singular percentage point behind Hyannis. 982 versus 981 in fielding percentage. 1-2. Missed inside and off speed pitch. Of course, fielding percentage not the end-all be-all with defensive play. Not the greatest measure of a team's defensive success. 2-2. Upstairs. Count runs full on Costello, but fielding percentage is at least the best first glance statistic that we have for defense. 3-2. Foul back. Got a nice field here at Spillane Field, a nice crowd rather, brewing in this ball game. The fans behind home plate in the crowd have a nice angle at this. 3-2 is fouled off left side. Of course, perhaps the most seating on all of Cape Cod, well, rather in the Cape Cod League, is here at Spillane Field. We are over the bridge onto the mainland. Another 3-2. Upstairs for ball four. First base runner for the Red Sox on a 1-out walk here in the second.
This is the fourth walk Jack Costello has been able to draw this summer, but I'll take the base runners any way you can get them. Jordan Thompson comes up with the tying run at the plate.
Thompson's bat has perked up a little bit. Had the 2 hits against Harwich 2 nights ago. Took an 0 for 3 yesterday. Average sitting at just 156. Of course, the Red Sox as a team are hitting just about 200 in the month of July. First pitch. Half swing and a called strike. There's seating here pretty much around half the ballpark, including in fair territory beyond the left field fence. So it's the only ballpark on Cape Cod as the 0-1 heads home, and it's swung on and missed the slider. The only ballpark on Cape Cod where you can catch a home run ball. With the bleachers out beyond the fence, this is a football field during the school year in the fall. 0-2. Chopper up the middle. The shortstop right fields. Flips underhand to second for 1. Relay to first in time. 6-4-3, a double play. They had to hurry. They got Thompson by about half a step. And that sends us along to the bottom of the second here at Spillane Field. 3 up, 3 down with a walk in the middle for the Red Sox. A race on the double play. We'll be right back here at Spillane Field. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and to 50 more. Bottom of the second. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us. Jared Lyons back to the mound, gets 8-9-1 for the Gatemen, who lead the Red Sox 2-0 in the early stages of this ball game. Lyons' first pitch to Brian Padilla is lifted out to center field. Not all that deep. Now a few strides back, Cole Carrigy makes the catch off to his left. One pitch, one out for Jared Lyons. As you join us, as we are perched atop the Red Sox dugout on the Raptor cage, as Carlo has so affectionately referred to it. And I like that name. I think it works. We're encased in netting right above the dugout on this wooden platform. As here's Peter Burns, left-hand hitting catcher. First pitch, a strike. Had to take a ladder to get up here. We're about 10 feet from the third base bag down the line. 0-1. Up the middle. Thompson plays it on one hop, has time, and throws out Burns for the second out. Of course, Spillane Field is anything but a standard facility for Cape Cod baseball play. Not only is it actually not on Cape Cod, so we're over the bridge here in Wareham, it's also a little bit of a different look. I mentioned last half inning the stands in straightaway left field that you can catch a home run ball in, but the infield is a gray stone dust gravel. Back to the top of the order, and Chase Davis. First pitch, missed away, an off-speed pitch. The pitcher's mound and the dirt circle around home plate are a standard brown infield dirt, but the infield itself is a dark gray, 0-1, rather a 1-0, a curveball that misses low. And we got a chance to put our feet in the infield before the game today during batting practice, and it is stone. So watch out with your pants if you're sliding on the infield. 2-0 is lined in a right center field. Going to drop in a base hit for Chase Davis. Homer Bush over to cut it off in short right center. It's a two-out single for Davis. He's on the board after reaching on an error his first time. He's aboard again.
Kind of the only place you can put that ball on the right side of the field. Shift was on. Three defenders were to the right. Center fielder Cole Carrick was shaded over, and he still found room in right field.
Here's Hogan Windish, who doubled his first time up, and Jared Lyons really has not yet found success against Windish, who homered against him earlier this month. First pitch home, a curveball that drops in strike one. Of course, the right-handers in general have had more success against Jared Lyons. Coming into this start, hitting just .217 against Lyons, but the lefties are hitting below 100 at .083 against Lyons. 0-1. Fastball, it's a pitch out. Nothing moving with Davis at first. Count 1-1.
And the sample sizes are about the same. So Lyons really has been much more dominant. Just 3 hits allowed against the lefties coming into today.
Davis makes 4, but the 2 hits in the first inning, the double and the 2-run single, both from righties. 1-1. Chopped over the dugout, foul ball that heads past us, a high hopper, and a 1-2 count on Windish. Windish, who is draft eligible out of UNC Greensboro, talking to broadcaster for the Gatemen, Cam Azier, and says he expects Windish to be drafted. 1-2, misses high, a fastball. And he's had a good summer, 287 batting average coming into this one. A little higher now with his first inning double. That was his 8th double of the season. He's also got 3 home runs. 2-2 count to him with Davis. The first 2 outs. Here it comes. Misses down and in. So the count goes full, and Davis will get a head start at first with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. The Gatemen leading the Red Sox 2-0. Jared Lyons with his mustache goatee combo sets above the belt. Davis goes 3-2 home, is bounced over the mound, charged by the shortstop Ferreras. Throw on the run, in time, he got him. And that retires the side. A 2-out single stranded aboard for Jared Lyons, who works the scoreless frame. And on to the third inning here at Spillane Field. The Red Sox trailing the Gatemen 2-0. Well, hello from Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28. The entire crew from Captain Parker's wants to give a big salute to the Cape Cod Baseball League, especially the young players who have dedicated so much of their time and effort to America's pastime. So join them for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of their world-famous clam chowder. Captain Parker's, easy to find, awfully hard to leave. 7-8-9 for the Red Sox here at Spillane Field as we enter the top of the third. Red Sox without a hit so far against Jack Sokol making his summer debut for the Gatemen. Red Sox trailing 2-0. First pitch to Drew Bowser, a breaking ball that drops in for strike one. Bowser followed by Pass Ferreras and Homer Bush. Here in the third, 0-1 to Bowser. Is swung on and popped foul and out of play. Back behind home plate. Quickly a count 0-2 on the Stanford slugger. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez here in Wareham as we move to the mainland for the first time this summer. 0-2 is lifted foul right side out of play. Count remains 0-2 on Drew Bowser, who's still trying to find his footing a tad. 7 games for the Red Sox since joining the team this summer, hitting .150 without an extra base hit. 0-2 in the dirt. Red Sox have mustered just a walk through the first 2 frames against Jack Sokol. 1-2. Fouled back. Bowser's getting some good looks against Sokol here, though, extending the count after falling behind. Bowser DHing today, played first yesterday against Harwich, went 0 for 2. 1-2 in the dirt. Wind not much of a factor in this one. Got a slight cross breeze going out towards left, but it's not a very strong one. We're dealing with 74-degree weather. 1-2 is fouled back. It is sunny, not a cloud in sight as the sun begins to set behind us on the third baseline. 2-2. Broken bat right back to the mound and caught on a line by the catcher Sokol. Wasn't hit hard, he caught it right above the shoe tops. And picks up the first out here in the third. Brings up Pass Ferreras. Shortstop today for the Red Sox. Pass started yesterday, played third, didn't play the whole game. Took 2 at bats, a walk, 0 for 1. First pitch home to him is swung on and missed, and he rifles the bat over the Red Sox dugout, where it gets stuck between the fence and the back of the dugout, and Luke Schliger in the on-deck circle jumps to retrieve it. Pass will get some more pine tar, an awkward swinging strike for the first pitch here in this plate appearance, as he lost the handle on the bat and really flung it wildly. Pass is mired in a 2 for 28 stretch, and I'm sure that not being able to keep his hands on the bat won't increase his confidence. 0-1. Fastball strike at the knees, quickly 0-2. Sokol throwing lots and lots of strikes early in this outing.
First time in a while we've seen Ferreira start back-to-back games. We'll see if that helps him get into more of a rhythm.
0-2. Upstairs.
It's kind of hard when you're in a rotation where you're playing once every once every other game.
0-2. 1-2 is hitting the air out towards left center field. Chase Davis moving towards the gap to his left. He makes the catch. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down for the Red Sox against Sokol. And more of the same for a Red Sox team that has struggled offensively in the month of July and has struggled, frankly, offensively for the entirety of the season. Red Sox hitting just .206 in July, slugging just .306 as a team all summer. First pitch to Homer Bush, a fastball taken high. Homer also didn't play the entirety yesterday, 0 for 1 with a walk. 0-1 is lined up the middle, a base hit. So there's a base hit for the Red Sox. Their first comes out of the 9-hole. And Bush aboard, flips the lineup card over. Luke Schliger will hit with 2 out and a runner on first. Red Sox trying to get back in a 2-0 game.
Mention how it is deep to center, Sam. 400 just straight away center, 330 down the line. So this is one of the bigger ballparks on Gate here at Wareham.
A fairly uniform ballpark across the outfield. Not a lot of weird intricacies in the fence. Here's Luke Schliger. Swings the first one and nubs one up the third baseline, foul. Schliger grounded to first his first time up. A little tighter in the left field corner, about 325 compared to 330 down the right field line. 0-1. Missed inside a fastball. The fence stays about a uniform 8-9 feet high all across the outfield. Covered in advertisements and some green lining. 1-1, foul back. Adorned atop it is a yellow, what would you call that, Carlo?
Piping?
Piping that runs across the top of the outfield fence. Beyond right center, there's a football goalpost. As is there one down the left field line. Runner going on a 1-2. It misses low and away, and Homer Bush is going to steal it. Peter Burns couldn't get the handle.
It's now 46 stolen bases this summer against the Wareham Gatemen. Homer Bush will take that one with ease. And Sam, if Whitey wants to come back and come away with a win in this game, they're going to need to continue to cause havoc on the Stone Dust.
2-2 to Schliger. Here it comes. Missed away. Count runs full on Luke. Schliger comes in a .244 hitter. He has just a single RBI this summer. He's been a productive hitter in terms of getting on base, but not a lot of base hits, especially with guys on base for Luke, mostly out of the leadoff spot. 3-2 is ripped towards right on a hop in front of Danie. Runner heading around third comes Bush. Throw to the plate, not in time. Bush is in standing. Flying around the base paths, Luke Schliger drives home his second run of the season. That's a RBI knock for Luke. It's 2-1.
Here we are in the Raptor cage with a great view of Homer Bush rounding third. Boy, he can fly, Sam. Was about 5 paces to get from third to home. And that stolen base proves valuable. The next pitch after the next pitch. Schliger hits one into right, and the Red Sox are on the board.
So with Schliger aboard at first, Caden Connor will hit. Caden popped up his first time through. Red Sox tallying consecutive hits for a run here in the third with 2 out. First pitch to Caden Connor, make it 3 straight hits. He lines it up the middle of the diamond, a base hit. Schliger turns second, heads for third. He will get there standing as the throw goes to second. 3 straight singles for the Red Sox. Puts the tying run at third base. Go-ahead run on first in Connor. And Cole Carrick, the hottest Red Sox hitter, will bat.
Another 2-out rally for this Whitey team that has done a lot of their offense with 2 outs on the board. And Carrick, who has been unstoppable as of late, multiple hits in 3 of his last 4.
Carrick has 6 RBIs in his last 4 games. First pitch is rolled to the right side, right at the second baseman, Padilla. Not hit hard. He throws to first in time. So much for that. Red Sox do tally a run, strand runners at the corners, and we head off to the bottom of the third in a 2-1 game. Red Sox trailing the Gatemen. MP Sports Cards is proud to sponsor the kids' baseball clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded cards, supplies, and more. A local favorite for hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts and, of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop into their store and mention code Red Sox to get one free pack of 2022 Topps Baseball updates with any purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit at 71 Main Street in Carver, Massachusetts, or online at mpsportscards.com. Bottom third, the Red Sox trailing the Wareham Gatemen 2-1 here at Spillane Field. Red Sox got one back in the third. Jared Lyons will try to hold it right there. Max Andas Ferreras into center field. As Cole Carrick fires a strike to first base. It's late. Caden Connor having to dig it out of the dirt. Cole just maybe showing off his arm a little bit, taking advantage of an opportunity to flash his cannon, but was never going to have a chance to throw out Anderson on that leadoff single. Though he did try. Here's Owen Diodati. Cleanup hitter. Line softly to second his first time. Left-hand hitter. First pitch to Diodati. Check swing foul off the chest protector of Schliger.
And sometimes those throws, Sam, while it might not mean anything right now, Wareham notes that, right? They now understand, oh, this guy can really throw the ball hard at center field. Similar to Schliger's throw onto second, in which Anderson was moving up on a walk by Roden. He was called out. So now, most likely, we're not going to see Max run because of the throw out that didn't count.
Well, I would imagine that at this point, word has gotten around the league about Cole Carrick's arm in center field. He's thrown out multiple runners on the base paths, including a runner at home. 0-1 to Diodati is chopped up the middle, and the shifted infield Ferreras to shortstop Fields. Goes to the bag for one, in time at first for two, a double play. Perfectly placed ground ball right behind the second base bag. That's right where past Ferreras was playing. A 6-6-3 double play erases the leadoff single. And here's Ryan Campos. Second double play we've seen in this game, first turn by the Red Sox. Campos struck out looking his first time. The left-hand hitter swings at the first pitch and lifts it softly out to left and shallow. In comes Jack Costello. He's under it. He makes the catch and ends the inning. So the Gatemen go in order against Jared Lyons after the leadoff single, helped out by the double play. We head off to the fourth here at Spillane Field. A quick-moving game so far. Carlo Jimenez will take you through the middle frames. We'll be right back.
Hey Sox fans, have you thought about buying or selling a home? Emily Shemansky of the Salty Dog Group is your pet-friendly neighborhood realtor as part of the team at Keller Williams Realty of Cape Cod and the Islands. Emily is your go-to resource for home buying and selling. Call Emily Shemansky at 508-221-0196 or visit thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. That's thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz as we begin the fourth inning here over the Cape. And at Spillane Field in the Raptor cage, we are above the end of the YD dugout, where the YD Red Sox trail the Wareham Gatemen by a score of 2-1. Mike Bovey, Jack Costello, Jordan Thompson all due up, the 4, 5, 6 hitters to begin the middle innings of this one. Bovey thrown out on a fantastic play by the shortstop, Padilla. Back in the second, first pitch to him is a fastball above the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Wareham with 2 runs in the first, 1-0. Bovey looks at a fastball low, 2 balls and no strikes. Whitey getting a run back in the third. Sokol's 2-0. Fastball on the inside part of the plate, 2 balls and a strike to Bovey. Sam Lebowitz has pulled out the first baseman's glove. Maybe. 2-1. Bovey grounds one up the middle. It ricochets off of the pitcher Sokol over towards second. Padilla, the second baseman, vacuums it up, throws to first. Bovey grounds out for the second time today, and there's one away in the fourth.
Bovey able to get that ball off the pitcher's glove. It slowed down, but not slowed down enough to be able to beat that one out. I wouldn't say it's a first baseman's glove. It's our writing intern Mike Puzingara's glove, and it's more of a long outfielder's, maybe a softball glove.
Right in the bat of Costello. Takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. 2-1 Wareham leads YD. 1 out, top 4, bases empty.
Certainly the most exposed to the elements here.
0-1. And the curveball catches the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Sokol peeks over the top of that tan glove. He is working quick. 0-2. Fastball foul tapped back to the screen.
It's barely giving me a chance to banter about this glove, Carlo.
I know. Well, I'm glad you have the glove because this is a, as you mentioned, action-packed spot we're at. 0-2. Fastball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Few know that better than you, right, Carlo?
That is correct. A year ago, I took a fastball off of a bat of a lefty right on the right calf. Left with a bruise, but no base. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets Costello to chase. That is the first strikeout for Jake Sokol. And it comes here in the top of the fourth inning for the second out of the frame. Here's Jordan Thompson. YD down just a run in the top of the fourth to the Wareham Gatemen. Their first trip to Spillane and the final new field of the summer. Thompson looks on, right into batter, swings and foul taps the first pitch back behind the screen off the end of the bat.
We do have this netting in front of us, but there's like a gap in the netting. I don't know how else to describe it. Certainly, it's not a large gap, but it's a gap that I think a well-placed foul ball could reach and go right for that pretty face of yours, Carlo. That's the moneymaker. I got to protect that for you.
Don't worry, I'm ducking. The ones I'm worried about are over the top because we don't have much room behind us. So one, you got to be careful you don't fall off the stanchion. And there's not a lot of room to move. 0-2, Thompson checks his swing at a curveball. Did he go? No, says first base umpire James Byrne. And they count 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs and the base paths vacant.
Mike was very kind to let me use his glove for protection today. I left my glove at home.
1-1. Swing and a miss. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jordan Thompson. Another curve. Thompson grounded into a double play his last time up. Tan barrel on the bat, a wide stance. 1-2. And he takes strike 3 on the outside edge. Fastball catches the zone. Thompson shakes his head. He doesn't agree with Mike Rabideau, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Sokol, in which he picks up his first 2 strikeouts of the game to finish it as we head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1, the lead for the Wareham Gatemen over the YD Red Sox. Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge and honor and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This special weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays is sponsored by Zephyr Hats, Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and first responders and join us by wearing red each and every Friday. We welcome you to Spillane Field as we are in the rafter cage above the Stone Dust at Wareham High School, where the Whitey Red Sox and the Wareham Gatemen go at it round 2 this summer between these two teams, and Wareham with a 2-1 lead as we enter the bottom of the 4th. Roden, Wright, Padilla due up 6, 7, 8 for the Gatemen, and it begins with the left-handed bat of Alan Roden, who walked his last time up. First pitch from Lions, swinging a slow roller down the right field line, foul. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Roden, who scored a run last time out against YD, a guy who's seeing the ball better as of late. Lions 0-1 down the hill. Fastball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen has taken a walk, 2-1 over YD.
Already 5 hits now allowed by Jared Lyons, but he was able to work around a leadoff single in the last frame. And he'll have to work around a leadoff double here.
The right-handed batter of Blake Wright digs in with a runner at second and nobody out. In the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Wareham leads. Lions set to the belt. Exhales, kicks, opening offer. Fastball. Misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Close there, but Mike Rabideau not in agreement. Padilla hitless in his last 4 games. A wide stance. Left toe up in the air as Lyons fakes a throw back to second. Shadows starting to engulf Spillane Field. Third base and about half of the way between second and third, covered in the shadows. 1-0. Change up high. 2 balls, no strikes. There are light posts here at Spillane. One thing I noticed, Sam, early is half the light posts are wood, half of them are metal. It's a interesting combination.
How observant of you, Carlo.
2-0 with a runner at second. Lions deals. Half swing, did he go? No, says first base umpire James Byrne, who's playing up the middle with a runner at second. 3 balls and no strikes to Blake Wright. Clemson Tiger digs in. Was 2 for 4 with 3 runs in that 11-run day for Wareham at Red Wilson last week. 3-0 from Lions. Fastball low and a 4-pitch walk to Blake Wright puts him aboard. And with runners at first and second and still nobody out, it's Brian Padilla, the right-handed batter out of UConn. And Sam, this was about where Lions struggled last time he faced Wareham, went just 3 1/3, giving up those 3 earned runs. Bottom 4, Wareham 2, YD 1, but 2 on for the Gatemen. Bottom of the lineup trying to produce. Padilla looks on, Lions kicks and deals, and takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Padilla out of Brooklyn, New York. A guy who, growing up, would go to baseball camps in the New York area. 0-1. And he swings and fouls off a curveball back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. He went to a baseball camp at LaSalle Academy, and there saw a older, taller kid at shortstop by the name of James Booknight. And that was when both of them were in high school. Booknight, of course, has moved on from baseball and is now playing with the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA. The 11th overall pick of the first round out of UConn. 0-2. Swinging a pop-up back towards the merch stand here at Spillane Field, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes with 2 on, 2-1. Wareham leads YD. Booknight did say, though, baseball was his first love, and so were him and Padilla, who I don't think at the time knew it, but would both go on to be UConn Huskies. Lyons looks at second, looks in. 0-2, no. Check on second as Jared bluffs the throw. That story brought to you by Dom Amore of the Hartford Courant. Padilla looks in. 0-2. Fastball high. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think James Booknight is doing just fine for himself away from the diamond.
Baseball might be his first love, but yeah, basketball was probably the way to go. 11th overall pick by the Charlotte Hornets in 2021. Lions, 1-2. Swinging a looper right at the second baseman, Jordan Thompson. Throw back to first, not in time. Trying to get right off the bag. JT caught that one in the air, and back on a head-first slide was right safely as he dirties up the front of that jersey. 1 away with 2 on.
And Scott Pickler's going to go and chat about this with James Byrne because that was an awfully close play on the relay to first. Jordan Thompson's got an excellent arm, certainly a better than average arm at second base, an arm that we've seen uncork some lasers from third base when he's played there. And he got a lot of mustard on that after a quick transfer on the line out. And Caden Connor, a good job to get back to the base in time to receive that throw. Both Blake Wright and the throw got there about the same time, and Caden Connor reacted to that play as if he felt he had him, as did the Red Sox dugout. Obviously, Scott Pickler out to argue, but this is a tough one to overturn without benefit of replay. Of course, this is not a replay league, and Pickler's going to have to go back to the dugout either disappointed or content with the explanation he got.
So we continue the bottom of the 4th inning. Roden a double to begin things down the left field line. Wright walked on 4 pitches. And here's the left-handed bat of Peter Burns, the 9-hole hitter with 2 on and 1 out. 2-1, Wareham leads YD. Gatemen trying to get back to 500 for the first time since they were 2-2. Lions deals. Curveball misses above the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 hits for Wareham. An offense that has scored 21 runs over their last 3 games. Lions looks at second, 1-0. Another curve. That ball misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
A couple of close pitches certainly could have been called in the direction of Jared Lyons. Bit of a tight zone in this inning from Mike Rabideau.
Peter Burns in his 3rd season playing Cape Cod baseball. Played with Bourne in 2019, with Bourne in 2021. Snap back throw to second, not in time. Back on a head-first slide is Roden. And now both runners on the base paths with a fresh coat of stone dust on the front of their uniforms. It's about finer than dirt, a gray substance. 2-0. Fastball high, snap back throw to first, the tag not in time. And a lot of sliding here at Spillane as Blake Wright gets back to the bag. That oven mitt on his right arm, and his pants have turned gray.
It's a unique look. I've certainly never seen an infield this shade.
3 balls and no strikes the count. 2 on and 1 out. The pitch. Fastball. Down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wareham trying to add to their 2-1 lead. And for the Gatemen, history somewhat on the line here today. A win would move Harvey Shapiro into 2nd all-time as wins as a field manager on Cape behind Scott Pickler, the manager for YD. 3-1. Fastball popped up back towards the middle school, or high school, excuse me, behind the merch tent. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Burns.
Something that I don't think has gotten a lot of attention is that Harvey Shapiro is right on Pick's heels. Of course, Pick getting the record himself earlier this summer still holds it, but if these teams continue to trend in complete opposite directions, it could get a little scratchy in the books.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul. And another 3-2 offering as that ball is back behind the John H. Wild press box here at Wareham.
Carlo, this is a key at bat and a good job by Lions to work the count full after falling behind 3-0 on a struggling Peter Burns, who's a light-hitting catcher, with the top of the order in Chase Davis on deck. And Davis is one of the hottest hitters on planet Earth right now.
3-2. Fastball misses high, and that loads him up. A 3-2 walk to Peter Burns. On to third goes Roden. On to second goes Wright. And they're loaded up for Chase Davis. And a tipping point in this game as Jared Lyons adjusts his cap and has to lock in here. 1 out, bases loaded, 2-1. Wareham leads YD. Davis picked up a hit. Back in the second. Reached on an error in the first. He's got 7 hits over his last 3 games. Left-handed batter, closed off stance. Lyons looks at third the whole way. First pitch home. Fastball high. And a fake throw back to first. Back on his feet is Roden. Inning started with an Allen Roden double down the left field line. Blake Wright walked. Padilla with a bloop line out to second. Peter Burns walked on a full count. That's where we stand now. That's where we stand now. Bases loaded with Gatemen. YD trying to keep this a 1-run game. Lions 1-0. Fastball low. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Davis, who was a Pac-12 All-Conference honorable mention. The Wildcat led his team in runs, home runs, and walks. Lions 2-0. Fastball popped up into shallow center field. Carrig coming in. Carrig starts to turn on the Jets. Shallow center. He makes the catch. No attempt by Allen Roden. That ball hung up there for a while, and there was no chance Roden had against the strong arm of the center fielder Carrig. An unproductive out by Davis, and now Lions an out away from getting through the frame without relinquishing a run.
Carlo, you mentioned it earlier, but Cole Carrig uncorking a throw on a single earlier in this game may be paying dividends for Cole, because Roden didn't even go back to tag. He got a few steps down the line in case it fell in, even though that was a fairly routine flyout, because Carrig, especially with his momentum moving forward, was certainly going to make a strong throw to the plate if Roden attempted to tag.
In stands already, Hogan Windish. Lions deals. Windish takes a fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Bases loaded. 2-1. Wareham leads YD. Roden at third, Wright at second, Burns at first, and Hogan Windish, who leads the Cape in RBIs, has a chance for more. Lions in the sun, pitching to the shade. 1-0. Fastball topped foul, third base side. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Flag is quiet in right center as a hawk soars over Spillane Field and lands atop the light post in right. The shadows about half of the infield and streaks in left field. And the 3 maroon Wareham uniforms take their leads across the gray infield at Spillane. Lions sets belt high. 2 outs, bases loaded, 1-1. Curveball. Drops at the knees. Big strike 2 pitch from Jared Lyons. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Windish, who was not in the lineup for the first time this season yesterday, after going hitless in back-to-back games. Back in there today as he bounces in the batter's box, holding a red-barreled bat out in front of him. Comes set as Lyons looks at third towards Roden. 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Jared Lyons gets out of the frame. 1 hit, 3 left on, no runs come across, and it remains a 1-run game through 4. 2-1. The Wareham Gatemen lead the Whitey Red Sox. We'll take a break and be back for the 5th. Giardino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition, same family, same location for 52 years. Giardino's is part of the community, giving back to many and various organizations. As part of the recognition, a Yarmouth Little League field is named in memory of their dad, who founded the business in 1970. Giardino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide-range menu, sure to please everyone. Give us a try, and you will come back. Visit us at 242 Main Street, Route 28 in West Yarmouth, or visit Giardino'sFamilyRestaurant.com. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz as we welcome you into the 5th inning, 2-1. The Wareham Gatemen lead the Whitey Red Sox. And a new pitcher on the mound for Wareham. It's Travis Staley from Texas, making his 2nd appearance of the summer. Last appeared on July 4th against Bourne, went a frame, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, but did strike out 3 in these 6 batters he faced. A guy with a 6 ERA as a Longhorn in 34 and 1/3 innings of work. He struck out 32, walked 19. And Sam trying to keep this a 1-run game as he faces the 7, 8, 9 hitters of YD, Bowser, Ferreras, and Bush Jr.
Pretty good summer debut for Jack Sokol. 4 innings, 3 hits, a run, a walk, 2 strikeouts. Finished his outing with both those strikeouts. Good way to go out.
Right-handed bat of Bowser takes the ball in the dirt, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Sam, our producer Danie was explaining to us about why the stone dust infield in between innings. 1-0. Bowser takes low on the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. You want to share a little bit why?
Well, there's a few reasons, Carlo. First of all, nothing grows out of the stone dust, so you don't have to worry about mowing it.
That would be helpful. 2-0. Bowser foul taps a breaking ball. Looked like a curve. 2 balls and a strike with nobody out. 2-1. Wareham leads YD.
Also, it drains very, very well, so when it rains here in Wareham, they don't really have to worry too much about the infield pooling water on it. And usually it dries completely after heavy rain by the next day.
2-1. Fastball high. 3 balls and a strike to Bowser. He's trying to reach after lining out to the pitcher in his first at-bat.
And then, of course, Carlo, the third reason, as is the case for many, many decisions, it's cheaper.
3-1. Bowser taps one off the end of the bat towards third. Max Anderson, the third baseman, charges, gloves ankles high, throws across the diamond. There's one away.
Wareham has been using the gray stone dust since the 1980s and gives a unique look to the field, and at this point, why change it? Gives Spillane a little bit of character that you don't really find elsewhere in much of baseball, certainly not in the Cape League.
I'd say this field does have a ton of character. From the field goals down the left field line and in right center field. The stone dust, as we mentioned, first pitch to the righty, Ferreras, is a curve on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 out. Wareham 2, YD 1. Red Sox looking for their second win in July, 0-1. Change finds the zone. Quickly 0-2. 0-2. Ferreras swings and misses and strikes out. That's the curve. And the first strikeout for Travis Staley. This is the second out of the top of the 5th. We'll see if the 9-1 two-hitters can spark another 2-out rally. We are in the same situation in the 3rd. Bush singled, stole second, came home on a Schliger single to right. Right-handed batter stares towards Staley. Pitch home. Fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Bush chops one up the middle on the second hop. It goes right to the ankles of Wright, who does a good job to adjust. Throws to first just in time, beats Bush as the speedster was flying down the line but couldn't beat out the throw. A quick 3 up, 3 down inning. We are halfway home here at Spillane as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1. Wareham leads YD. Hey business owners, is your website generating the lead and sales you want it to? If not, contact Devidime, the official website development company of the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. Devidime offers a comprehensive website audit that will identify ways to improve your site and increase your ROI. Check out devidime.com to learn more. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz as we welcome you into the bottom of the 5th inning here at Spillane Field. The Wareham Gatemen hold a 2-1 lead over the YD Red Sox. 3, 4, 5 hitters for Wareham due up in this 5th. It's Max Anderson, then Owen Diodati, and Ryan Campos as Jared Lyons goes out for his 5th inning of work. Lyons able to work out of a bases-loaded 1-out situation in the 4th. And he remains out there in the bottom of the 5th. Shadows starting to cover Spillane as half of the infield is in the shade. Both the pitcher and the batter in the shade. Right into bat of Max Anderson with the glasses on, looks towards Lyons. Here's the first pitch home. Fastball low. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson extended his 12-game hitting streak in the 1st with a 2 RBI single, 1-0. And he swings and pops this one up into right field. Right fielder Homer Bush Jr. on a light jog in makes the catch. For the first time today, Max Anderson is retired. And here's Owen Diodati. 1 out, bases empty. 2-1, the Wareham lead And it's been the insertion of Danie and the leadoff hitter Chase Davis that has really turned things around for this Wareham team, Sam. Just one loss in the month of July. First pitch to lefty Danie. Fastball above the zone. 1 ball and no strikes.
Both of those hitters, Davis and Danie, came into this game hitting over 400 in their about a half week's worth of games each. Last 3 or 4 games for both of them have been excellent in the offensive side for a Gatemen team that really got off to a slow start in June.
1-0. Danie rolls one on the ground right into the shift. The second baseman, Jordan Thompson, bats it down with his belly button and throws to first for out number 2. Ball popped up on him, but got his body in front. 2 up, 2 down, and Lions an opportunity at a quick bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the left-handed bat of Ryan Campos. And the last 5 games kind of tells the tale for this Wareham team, hitting over 267. 19 runs in their 2 prior games before this one. Campos 0 for 2 today. First pitch to him, and he takes a curveball for strike 1. Knee high. Ryan Campos 2 for his last 14. Blue Sox pulled just below the knees. 0-1. Change up in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1, Wareham leads YD. Red Sox looking for their 2nd win of July. Trying to end a 3-game Wareham winning streak in their first trip to Spillane Field across the bridge. The 1-1. Ground ball hit sharply to the second baseman, Jordan Thompson. He gloves, throws to first in time for the out, and Jared Lyons with a lightning quick 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. 2-1, Wareham holds their 1-run lead over YD into the 6th frame. No summer in YD Red Sox Nation would be complete without our youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic topped by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to ydredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics are proudly sponsored by the Softy Dog Group of Keller Williams Realty, MP Sports Cards, and Giardino's Family Restaurant. 6th inning is coming your way here at Spillane Field. 2-1, the Wareham Gatemen lead the YD Red Sox in the top of the order, due up for YD. Schliger, Caden Connor, and Cole Carrig all set to bat against the right-handed pitcher of Travis Staley. A very busy Spillane Field on this Saturday night. Thanks so much for spending your Saturday night with us. The stands down the right field line and down the left field line, and even the football stands, as Spillane Field is a football field during the fall, that are in left field are about half full. Very busy across the bridge and off the Cape. First trip here for the YD Red Sox. They're looking to go away with a win, trailing by a run. Lone RBI belongs to the guy in the batter's box. Lefty Luke Schliger takes a ball low. Fastball misses. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Schliger has reached in 6 straight games. Took 2 walks. His last time out, 1-0. He shows bunt, bunts it foul down the left field line. as it trickles away from the stone dust. Here at Spillane, a gray infield. And must be easy to maintain, Sam, but a nightmare to clean because these white pants of the Wareham Gatemen, about 3/4 of this infield, are pretty much all gray. Nobody out, nobody on, 2-1 Wareham. Staley comes set at the belt, 1-1. Schliger pops one up down the left field line towards the goalpost and out of play. In the count, 1-2 strikes. There is a goalpost down that left field line. Technically, it is out of play. There's one in right center field as well. And Sam, you just wonder if you're able to hit a home run that far, which would be about 390 feet through the goalpost. Is that an extra point? 1-2, and Schliger fouls it straight back. Count holds it a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Carlo, given the distance, I don't think that would be an extra point attempt. I think that would be a field goal attempt. So maybe if Schliger could put one through the uprights, it would count for 3. That's what I'm saying.
Red Sox would take it, trailing 2-1 in the top of the 6th with nobody out. 1-2. Schliger fights off another fastball. And Luke, as he has done so many times this summer, in a battle in the batter's box against Staley. RBI single scored Homer Bush with 2 outs in the 3rd. Luke is 1 for 2 today. First time facing the pitcher out of the pen. 1-2. And he swings and lifts one into left field. Shallow left. Windish, the left fielder, coming in. And he just makes the catch. Using a basket catch, knee high. Gets to that baseball. 1 away. So Schliger pops out to left field. And here's the left-handed batter of Caden Connor with 1 out, nobody on. 2-1, Wareham leads YD. Caden Connor, who spent last summer with the Ridgefield Raptors of the West Coast League, where he hit .297, hitting .257 this summer. And last time YD faced this Wareham team was one of the few bright spots in that 11-3 loss. He had 2 doubles. Into the gap into right center at Red Wilson. First pitch. Takes a curve at the knees. No balls and 1 strike.
Caden was saying how he thought at least one of those doubles had a chance to leave the ballpark. Hit one off the fence, hit another one that one hopped the fence in right center, and said he had to hit the gym a little more, he guesses.
0-1. And he swings and pops one up down the left field line. Foul. Count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. The lights have turned on here at Spillane. As the sun continues to set behind us, it is below the high school and the only sun in the outfield here at Spillane. No breeze, just under 70 degrees, and a packed house. 0-2. Connor hits one on the ground, right side of the infield, hops up to the first baseman, Roden, off his shoulder. Caden is safe at first. An awkward hop. Roden tried to get his body in front of it, but it ricochets off his shoulder into foul territory. And YD has the tying run aboard, the go-ahead at the plate. It's Cole Carrick.
We've seen some tough hops in this game. That one was the worst of them. That was a violent ricochet off the gravel infield that came up and banged off Alan Roden's glove side shoulder and caromed into foul territory. Not an easy play, and certainly not an easy ball to get hung in error on if you're a fielder.
Yeah, about the toughest error you'll see. Here's Cole Carrick, who's 0 for 2. Left-handed batter, switch hitter, batting from the left side. Takes a fastball low. And they count 1 ball and no strikes. 2-1, Wareham leads YD. Connor at first. And the Red Sox looking for the equalizer. Carrick with 6 RBIs over his last 4 games. Hitting above 400 in that stretch. Caden leads at first. Left arm dangles in between his legs. Throw that way, and he's back on a head-first slide. As the entire YD uniform of Caden Connor becomes gray. Reaching for the backside of that bag with his left arm. Defense playing up the middle, looking for the double play ball. 1-0. Carrick lifts one into left field, curling towards the line. It drops for a base hit. Windish kicks it around and left, but is able to recover. Stopping at second is Caden Connor. Cole Carrick with his first hit of the night. Puts the tying run at second, the go-ahead at first. And in stands Mike Bovey. Opportunity for Barrel Mike with 2 on and 1 out. 2-1, Wareham leads YD. Caden Connor with good speed at second. Cole Carrier with fantastic speed at first. He is tied for the league on Cape in stolen bases. Left-handed bat of Bovey looks on towards Travis Stanley, who worked a quick top of the 5th. Now running into trouble here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. First pitch home. Bovey takes a slider that misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Red Sox have an opportunity at their first lead tonight. A team looking for just their 2nd win this month of July. 1-0. Bovey skies one over our heads down the left field line and towards the bathrooms here at Spillane. Streaks of shadows across left field. 330 down that right field line for the left-handed bat of Bovey, who despite being 4th on Cape in runs has not had a whole lot of RBI opportunities, just 4 of them this summer. Look back at second, back on his feet is Carrick as he kicks up some stone dust. 2-1, the Wareham lead over YD. And the Summit League Player of the Year trying to change that with a runner in scoring position. 1-1. Bovey swings, rips one right at the first baseman, Roden, who stares both runners back to their bags. A line out for Bovey. There's 2 away, and it's up to Jordan Thompson to try to salvage the 2-on, 2-out opportunity.
Just a bit of bad luck. That was hit awfully hard. In fact, Mike's hit a couple of baseballs pretty hard in this game. In another life, he could be 3 for 3 in this one, but instead a tough 0 for 3 for Mike, who's definitely starting to show a few signs of life after he struggled over his last 30, 35 at-bats or so with some hard-hit baseballs.
Excuse me, not Thompson. This is right-handed bat of Jack Costello, digs in. First pitch home, takes a fastball low. Now 1 ball and no strikes, and a little extra on that one from Travis Stanley. 2-1, Wareham leads YD, 2 outs, 2 on. Red Sox left 2 on the base paths back in the 3rd. Trying to avoid doing the same here in the 6th. 1-0. Right-handed batter takes ball 2 on the outer edge. 2 balls and no strikes. Costello, who has 4 RBIs this summer, although 3 of them came on a 3-run home run earlier this season. Looking for more here. 2-0. Fastball low, 3 balls and no strikes to Jack Costello. Out of the University of San Diego with Jordan Thompson on deck. And Stanley now takes the long walk behind the mound, climbs the hill as he exhales, and digs back in from the 3rd base side of the rubber. Caden Connor at second, Cole Carrick at first. Red Sox looking for the lead. 3 balls and no strikes the count with 2 out. The pitch. Costello looks at a fastball down Broadway, 3 balls and a strike.
Jack Costello just 1 for 6 in situations like this with 2 out and runners in scoring position. That one was a key hit, though.
3-1. Costello ropes one into left field, a base hit. Caden Connor gets a late stop sign from Scott Pickler. Throw in from the left fielder, Windish, cut off by the 3rd baseman, Anderson. And a big knock for Jack Costello. Loads the bases. Here's Jordan Thompson. Cole Carey gets second, moving up 90 feet. 2 outs, bases loaded, 2-1. Wareham leads YD. And we're going to get a mound visit here to Travis Stanley. But a big piece of hitting by Costello. Coming in was Windish. He was already playing shallow, and Caden really wouldn't have had a chance if he was sent home.
Okay, the ball was simply just hit a little too hard to even be able to try that one.
See if they get a new pitcher in that bullpen down the right field line. Someone is throwing, but we can't see. It's behind the advertisements in right. This is just the second appearance of the summer for the pitcher out of Texas. He is going to remain out there. Last time, worked around bases loaded situation at Bourne in his one inning of work, didn't give up a run. He's got the bases loaded again here. This is his second inning. Started with a Caden Connor ground ball. He reached on an E3. Cole Carrig hit a single into left. Jack Costello knocked one sharply into left. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-1. Wareham leads YD. Righty Jordan Thompson looks at a first pitch strike on the outside part of the plate. There's the slider in the count, no balls and 1 strike.
Thompson's had 2 at-bats with the bases loaded. He's 1 for 2. That hit came against Harwich the other night at White House Field.
Another hit today would give YD the lead, 0-1. Thompson takes low on the curve, 1 ball, 1 strike. A YD team that has struggled mightily this summer with the bases loaded. Hitting 143. Looking for a big hit here against Wareham. With the tying run at third, the go-ahead at second. 1-1. Thompson takes a fastball high. 2 balls and a strike. Defense on the infield playing straight away. No wind here at Spillane Field. The Red Sox first trip to Wareham. Trying to take the long 45-minute bus ride home with a win. 2-1. Thompson lifts one down the right field line, foul as it curls over towards the storage containers. Count levels 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And 3 Red Sox on the base paths. Wareham with 2 runs in the first, Whitey's lone run coming in the third. Jordan Thompson, who has 8 RBIs this summer, second on the team, trying to drive in more. Caden Connor at third. Cole Carey gets second. Jack Costello at first. 2-2. Thompson fights off another fastball low as he hits it towards the batting cages down the right field line. Fans filling the bleachers down that line and right, just to the left of us, down the left field line, and plenty in the bleachers out in left center. Thompson swings the bat in front of him. The LSU Tiger stares in towards the Texas Longhorn. 3 on, 2 out. 2-2. Thompson pops one up down the right field line again. And another 2-2 count awaits him. Two teams that have gone in the opposite direction since the calendar flipped to July. Just 1 loss for Wareham this month. Just 1 win for YD. The Red Sox trying to get back on track before heading home to face Chatham tomorrow. 2-2. Thompson takes low. Curveball misses, and the count runs full with 2 outs, and the base is juiced. Wareham 2. YD 1. Caden Connor at third. Cole Carey gets second. Jack Costello at first. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan Thompson. A walk ties this game. 3-2 runners go. Fastball upstairs. Check swing. He did not go, says James Byrne. A free run comes home as Caden Connor touches the plate, and we are even here at Spillane. It's 2-2.
More 2-out small ball offense for the Red Sox. Singles and walks. That's been the name of the game for the Red Sox when they score their runs lately. And that's been it in this inning. The error opened the door. 2 singles and a walk later, and we have a brand new ball game and a pinch hitter for the Red Sox in place of Drew Bowser.
It's Johnny Long out of Long Beach State. Right-handed batter digs in with the go-ahead run at third. 90 feet away is Cole Carrick. Bases loaded, 2 outs in a brand new game. It's 2-2 between Wareham and YD. First pitch to the righty. Long takes a fastball on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. after Jordan Thompson, who is second on the team in RBIs, picked up another. Here's Johnny Long, who's second on Cape in runs batted in. 0-1-2. Long swings and misses at a fastball. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. A former walk-on at Long Beach State. What a fantastic summer and spring. Earned a scholarship. 0-2. Takes a fastball well above the zone. Peter Burns springs out of his squat to snare it. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yanni hit a 2-run home run last time against Wareham. Just his second of the summer. 2-2 the score. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A 1-2 to Long. And he swings and lifts one down the left field line and right at the left fielder, Hogan Windish, for out number 3. Whitey walks home the tying run, but they leave the bases loaded as we head to the bottom of the 6th here at Spillane Field. It's 2-2. Whitey and Wareham even midway through the 6th. We welcome you back to Spillane Field with the Whitey Red Sox, and the Wareham Gatemen are now even at 2 after Whitey picked up a run in the top of the 6th. We begin the bottom of the frame. Jared Lyons still out there for the Red Sox. He begins his 6th inning of work as he faces the lefty, Alan Roden. Roden, Blake Wright, Brian Padilla all due up. That's the 6, 7, 8 spots for Wareham. We've seen their 2-run lead evaporate in the last couple of frames. Lyons kicks and deals. And a curveball misses away to the left-handed batter. 1 ball and no strikes. Roden smacked the double down the left field line. His last time up was left stranded at 3rd. In an inning where Wareham left the bases loaded. Had them loaded with just 1 out. Lyons 1-0. Changeup in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. But could not bring any across as Jared Lyons buckled down. And since then, Sam, he's retired 5 in a row. A very quick 5th inning, facing the minimum. Lyons 1-1. Curveball misses below the knees. 2 balls and a strike.
Jared's kept a nice pace through this game, has gotten a lot of soft contact in addition to the 5 hits, and has only gotten 1, make it 2 strikeouts.
Facing the former Big East Freshman of the Year. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball over to first. Fielded nicely by the first baseman, Caden Connor, as he moves behind the bag and steps on first base for the out. Roden retired for the first time. That's now 6 in a row, sat down by Jared Lyons. And here's Blake Wright. One out, base is empty, 2-2. The score between Whitey and Wareham. Wright walked his last time up. A right-handed batter out of Florida. Opening out for it. And he takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Wright was 3rd team All-ACC this past spring. he looks on a cool Saturday night across the bridge here at Spillane Field. 0-1. Fastball at the knees. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Flag stone quiet in right. Shadows have covered the infield. The lights are on. Some of the light posts metal, some of the light posts wood here at Spillane. 0-2. Fastball above the zone. Right doesn't bite. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lions looking to get through 6. Is 1-2. Ground ball, jammed him over towards first. First baseman Caden Connor ranging to his right, gloves it, underhand flips to the covering Lions. Another out. There's 2 away in the 6th. Nice play by Connor and a good job by Jared to hustle over. And here's Brian Padilla. Pitch count for Lions now at 71. Ready, Padilla looks on with 2 outs and the bases empty in a 2-2 game. Lions stares over the top of his glove, kicks and deals. Padilla swings, ropes one right at the third baseman, Bovey, who records the final out in the bottom of the 6th. Jared Lyons has retired 8 in a row. We head to the 7th. Sam Lebowitz will take us the rest of the way, 2-2, the score between YD and Wareham.
We welcome you back to Spillane Field here at beautiful Wareham, Massachusetts, as the Red Sox and the Gatemen are tied up 2-2 heading to the 7th. A new arm on the mound for the Gatemen, who will face the 8, 9, and 1 spots in the Red Sox order. It's Wyatt Hudipole, right-hander out of Kentucky from Mason, Ohio, who will make his 7th appearance